Alright, so today I have finally decided to install this OEM Audio Plus upgrade. Pulling the old first, I've got it pulled under here and pretty excited actually. When I got the car, I noticed that I was getting some rattle from the door speakers, and it turns out it's actually not the speakers, it is these little plates for the Windows, some Windows switch inserts. So I'm gonna play around with that and see if we can't tighten those down. But anyway, I do have the carbon fiber 6.5-inch door speaker upgrade. I've got the tweeters as well that'll go in here, and the little harness that kind of makes this little 4-inch or 3.5-inch speaker up front hit in sync or calibrate to the amp and the whole system there. I do have an aftermarket doubled-in head unit that I gave OEM Audio Plus the model number 2, so they did pre-tune the amp for it, which is pretty cool. I know we're going to have a bunch of stripping to do and pulling out the interior. I'm going to pop the trunk here in a minute, but I did kind of start, I opened it just to see what we were looking like in here, and the first thing you notice when you open this box is those nasty carbon fiber speakers. I haven't pulled them out of the plastic yet, but man, those, we'll see how they sound. They look pretty sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and get to pulling the interior apart little by little. I'm going to start on the driver's side because I know I'm getting through the wheel well. I'm sorry, the firewall over on that side. So I'm going to pull the weather stripping, and I'm going to go ahead and pull the rear seats out, and at least this seat on the driver's side, and pop the trunk and start pulling the carpet and the liner out, and I'll start moving when we get the wires going. Alright, so we're back here behind the driver's seat. Here's a 10mm nut or bolt holding this seat down. I'm going to crank that off and set you up right there. After we pull this out, I believe, a little pressure here. There we go, just like that. We got some funk in here, it looks like. It looks like somebody spilled something back here. I'm going to clean that out because I'm a little OCD before we go any further. And we're going to get that cleaned up and get rid of these critters. Alright, I'm in the back seat now. As you can see, I pulled that seat out. There was some funk in there, so I hit it with a drill brush attachment, some soap, and clean it all up inside. Next up, I believe I need to pull this side panel off, and I need to start working this off as well. I'll have to cut a little notch in it. I did pull the trunk liner out already. It only took about 2 seconds, so it's no big deal at all. And I'm going to try and see one little clip down here. Right there, my finger is. So I'm going to pop that out and pull this side panel off and get you readjusted here. I think that kind of works. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So I'm going to pop this little guy off. There's one. Put that in the trusty cup holder. Got a zip tie here. I know where that came from. So I believe there are clips behind here. Yep. We're going to find them. There we go. Uh-oh. That's not the sound you want to hear. Jeez. Might have to hit this one over here too. pull these two out. Well, that's a goner. Good thing I got a whole box of that. There we go. Oh yeah. Come on, big fella. There she goes. Alright. I've got this panel out. Squeezing out of the back seat now. That's come out. And I'm gonna work my way back around.
Which one do I put it in? This one?
Somebody's trying to shampoo my seats. You put the water and on the back there, the labels, you fill it up with water, and then you fill the rest of it up with the treatment.
Where's this stuff?
Under the sink inside. Where that was.
You're not putting that on the video. It's a cut that.
Anyhow, now I'm in the back. Get this shimmed up in here. I'm going to pull this tab here. I'm gonna pull. Actually, do I need? Yeah, I do need. No, I don't need to pull that all the way out. I think I need to do that on the passenger side. So. Yeah, well, it only takes a couple seconds for me to do it both, that's fine. But I'll spin you right on around here to the passenger side where that amp is gonna, or the whole subwoofer is gonna go. And then I will start pulling these out here. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties there. There we go. 4 and 5. And I'll store these in the spare tire down here. This guy's gonna come out right after I get this last one. Hold on, I gotta give an instructional on how to use this carpet. Alright, we're sitting in the back seat. I got the trunk and all the panels completely stripped out. Now I started rolling the harness out, and I'm going to take this ground here, and that is going to go right here to the factory ground. Those two harnesses back there are going to go to the amps on the OEM Plus sub enclosure, and then we're going to start tucking this wire underneath this foam panel and run it on over to the driver's side, down and along, and then eventually out through the firewall. So we're going to zap that shuck off there. Maybe. Yo. Don't lose your screw. Yeah, buddy. Then I want to kind of do it this way so I can figure out those up to Alright. Now I'm going to sneak to the back here because I think it's going to be easier. Alright, we're going to take all this. These are gonna run to the amp. So I'm gonna leave it a little bit of slack there. Yeah, it'll get me there.
Make all it look pretty when
Yeah, that'll get down there. And leave a little bit of slack. Alright, so all I've got so far is I ran that harness and those two yellow cables. All you do is pop this right up and out of there, and you can see tucked back here I've got that harness and those wires around. You just slip it right back over, clip it into place, clip, clip, slide your weather stripping back in, just like so. Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna keep the trim pieces off for now, just in case I go to pull some slack out of the wire or anything, and I'm gonna get to pulling the radio off here. Alright, we got the radio bezel popped off. There's 4 10mm bolts holding the head unit into place here. Oh, got one. Well, had one too many nightmares dropping those bolts down there. Please be a harness. Please be a harness. Damn, that's a fat radio. And yep, thank God. Alright, so I'm gonna, I might as well just disconnect these guys, make it easy. Pull that out, pull the antenna, microphone, video, USB, and this guy. Get that out of the way. There's gonna be a little bit of a cluster of wire in here. A little wire tape special going on there, but everything works at least. And so now, hey, is that my backup camera right there? You bastard. I wonder what's going on with it. I've got a backup camera hooked up and it does not work. That's definitely the wire there, for sure. So now, tell me when you see these wires poking through the harness.
just look here. I don't know if you can see. There's a light coming through.
Oh yeah, in the back?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right there, wide open. Let's unplug the fat boy. Unplug the other fat boy. Maybe. Alright. So that's the factory harness right there. This is what I just unplugged. Those two, so I know for sure. I'm gonna go into this one with that one. Into this one with that one. And this one is gonna be into that one with that one. And there she blows. So all this other stuff was not being used, so I guess I don't need it. Shove that back in there a little ways. That was the easiest radio connection I've ever done, if it works anyway. I'll keep everything I unplugged out of here. That's gonna go back there. Radio, yep, got everything here.
You got the backup camera wires and all that too?
Yeah, that was this one, but I'll figure that out another day. I don't think I have the right wires to run it. Alright, we've got everything hooked back up here. We're gonna set this radio back on inside. Yep. go on get. There we go. Perfect. Money. I guess we can go ahead and pop this bezel back on. That was, what, 6 minutes off to back on installed. Alright, now I'm going to find this little hole in the firewall, and we're going to run the positive and negative cables through. I'm going to plug them into the harness and connect them right to the battery. And then, only thing that's left is plugging the amp in and door speakers too. We got
subs.
Forgot about those 6.5s. Alright, we've got the wires run in the bay. You can see right here. I ran them through the firewall there. Oh, there we go. There's the yellow. And I put the loom on it and ran it, tucked it all the way up underneath. Can't hardly tell. And right to the battery. So we're going to drop the door panels now, get the door speakers in, and then we'll start hooking the amps up and we'll be ready to give her a test. Alright, I've got the covers pulled off. Now we're going to give her a little ooga-dooga. And pop this pin out. Got it. But these are the OG 6.5s, and we're taking those puppies out and putting this carbon fiber. Whoa! How many broken clips you got over there?
0. I haven't got them. Get a switch off yet.
Woo!
What do you use?
This.
Oh.
Small little tab.
Yeah, there she goes.
Alright. Nope. I think there's just Phillips on the...
Yeah, it's Phillips on the doors.
Yeah. Co-beans. Co-beans. Oh, don't let me forget, I got that sound deadener to put behind these.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go grab it. We've got the speakers pulled out. Did get some kill mat for some sound deadening for back here. This thing, when I tore it off, I was surprised to see it didn't have hardly anywhere. I'll show you the wheel wells in a second. But I'm going to go ahead and I guess just peel this whole thing off and hope that I can squeeze it back here. It's got that kill mat shoved back there. That sheet was pretty much perfect. And I think that's going to give it just a little extra thump. Can you give me a speaker? 6.5?
These are going in the truck, you get the old ones.
Oh yeah, so here's a little side by side, that carbon versus the OEM. Honestly, they're about the same weight.
Everything looks
Pretty similar. But these are supposed to have a little more thump. So I gotta go right back to those original mounting locations. now we're gonna move over and, ooh, that's gonna be snug with my gauges here. I'm gonna take this speaker grill off. There we go. I'm gonna use my little pry tool. There we go. There's some. Hey. There we go. There we go. And we still got the clips. That's always a plus. Oh man, it's tight in here with this 8-pillar pod. There we go. Alright. Now this should kind of pull right on out of here. I suppose I can pop that off first. And oh, there we go. And you can see the bottom side of that tweeter there. There is
Everything works before I go put the panels back on.
a little tab back here. I'm gonna get canceled with copyright issues.
Something. Yeah, it's working. It's working, yeah.
Alright, so you heard the test. I'm gonna actually, while I'm thinking about it, I've got lots of sound deadening left over. So I'm gonna hit, see that wheel well back here? I'm gonna line that wheel well real quick, and then I'm gonna start buttoning up the interior and putting everything back together. And well, I'll give you a sound test in a minute. Alright, here's the driver's side, all with the sound deadener in there, versus the passenger with nothing. You can see, it's probably hard to tell on video, but that's with the deadener, and I don't think I can, I'll show you in a second over on that side. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that side and then start buttoning up the interior here. Got it all hooked up. I had to do some minor trimming on the box back there. Oh, you can't see it. The hole was off by about 1/4 inch, but I found some non-copyright music to play for you. Shut the door. It's off. Alright, here's the trunk side. Fits in there pretty nice. This is the side I had trouble with. I mean, I was going to have trouble with one side, but I did trim the fiberglass a little bit over there because I figured you wouldn't see it anyway, and you don't see it at all. I'm not talking to myself. But it tucks in there pretty nice. I still got the whole trunk. I wanted something snug because I'm going to be drifting. That is not going anywhere when I'm throwing this thing around the track. I did pull the jack out of there because it was rattling. I didn't need it. Definitely kept the tow hook. But overall, we're going to call that a wrap. Dunzo. And we'll see you next time.